Going on a night march. Yours truly, Adrian H. Dragonborn, heading west. Steel toe shoes. It's cold evening. Yours truly. This is Dragon Freedom March. Freedom is a double-edged sword. Heavy to lift. I wasn't feeling that good. Would have felt better with a little bit more love, L-O-V-E. Or maybe just a good goddamn massage from a massage therapist. So I said I'm gonna do what I do, what has worked. For yours truly. Exercise, train and work out. So I said I'm gonna go on a march till midnight. It is 9:11 or so. 9:15. This is Monday, February 21st, and I'm heading west. In Hawk Island, H-A-W-K, Hawk Island, Montreal. A bit on the moody side. I wasn't feeling so good. As a matter of fact, I admit I felt like hitting the wall at one point in my tiny, small, limited space on the ground room, office, and temple. But then I remembered that I just rent there, and my rent is paid. Electricity bill is paid, and half of my phone bill is paid, and got noodles and food to keep on marching, loving, writing poetry, doing art, philosophizing, and going on this march as I am right here. It is about minus 7 or so. The video, of course, might interrupt due to being cold. It won't probably not let me go for the full duration, because I noticed that last time a few weeks ago when it was cold like this, the battery only lasted a third or about 50 minutes from the more than 3 hours that it usually does. So I'm gonna try to march and be concise in my message. Philosophical, deep, complex, and sometimes straightforward and direct. My moodiness aside and my desire to afford a fucking massage therapy aside, or the desire to be loved and love, because if it's not love, I don't want to do nothing. Stay away from me, keep my holy, sacred, and divine name out of your mouth, and keep your prophets or whatever prophets aside from me. If you want to love and be loved, massages, kisses, washes, then you come to Adrian, Dragon, dancing goddess and dragon kingdom. Marching west. I already start feeling a bit better after 10-15 minutes. I know it's medicine, therapy, and medicine for yours truly. And I believe it is for many, since I've started my fitness journey. I've been mass advocating, calling for the mass. MAS. Financing thereof. My public-private partnership. And of course the Dragan army. See these guys right here, they could use some love. Could use a raise, a good hug. Thanks. Thanks for the work. You know what I'm saying? We see how fragile a lot of things are that we take them for granted. And as moody as was, upset, probably of interconnected factors. Probably because nobody said I love you in the past 24 hours. Coupled with not being able to afford a massage. massage or not getting a like on my dance video. Maybe all of those factors with a factor unknown, subconscious. I say, what the fuck am I gonna do? I'm gonna imagine hitting the wall in my room off Sun Temple. I've done that. Hasn't worked. What has worked for me? What has worked? Working out, training, exercising, push-ups, squats, hawks, going on this march with steel-toe boots. Mr. Trudeau, leaders of the free world know this, as you're knocking on your little third world war there with your little tiny dingalings. Know this. That Dragan Zero ain't taking no orders from no leader of the free world. Yeah, don't march in steel-toe boots with me, motherfucker. Yeah, I did say motherfucker. I'm gonna say it again, motherfuckers. It's universal revolutionary centrist. Yeah, I'm bitter. Yeah, I got vices, I got issues, I get upset, moody. I admit things y'all don't admit. Whether you're on the left with your delusions or on the right with your delusions, or even in the centrist with some of that delusions. Kisses got. Strike me goddess now, give me 1,000 kisses. And yeah, I said goddess, G-O-D-D-S, as these, look at this tree, see how many trees in the world, hundreds of billions, 3 times bigger than my size. That's just the hair on the goddess's body, who dances with her brother the sun, who now rises, who now sets, making fruits, vegetables, and legumes. And let that consciousness shed a little light. And hopefully now, somewhere in the world, where that shining sun rises, or here in Hakata, Montreal, somebody's kissing for the first time, hugging for the first time, loving for the first time. As if not, brothers and sisters, what the fuck are we fighting for to save? Freedom, democracy. For what? For multi-millionaires, multi-billionaires, for them to make profits off of us. That's what you want to save. That's freedom. That's democracy. What are you watching right now? Habs go, Habs go. Y'all multi-millionaires. Y'all gotta eat what y'all had for breakfast. What y'all had for lunch. 8 days ago. Super Bowl. Tiki-tock, tiki-tock, tiki-tock. Hot, 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 hot. Hot, hot, hot. Pass play, pass play. As much as I love the sport, I don't want to go back to nothing pre-COVID. These people are disconnected, man. Since 1984, we've been empowering, and myself also, and I ain't got no money now. I'm in the red. I'm in the red, man. People are in the red. What are we? Democracy for corporations, for multi-millionaires and billionaires. That's democracy. It's democracy when somebody inherits hundreds of millions of dollars. Is that democracy? From his father or mother, family. How the motto of the Dragon Army is nobody is born a dragon. You become one. Not even myself. With a surname Dragon. Took blood, sweat, and tears, thousands of push-ups, thousands of squats, thousands of marching steps. These ones right here on Westminster Avenue, heading north now, heading north now. These ones as well. Steps in these steel-toe shoes. Nobody's born a dragon. You become one. I feel a bit better. So I got a few steps, a few 100 meters. Gonna get a few kilometers. I'm gonna feel much better. Freedom. A 7-letter word. That's like I say the word God is, G-O-D-D-S-S. And if this be the last video that I put, let it be known that Adrian H. Dragonborn, who died during COVID, has also said goddess. Yeah. Priestesses of the irrational world, the emotional world. See, it wasn't logic for me to feel moody, feel upset, feel like punching the goddamn wall. There was no logic to it. Was no rationality. But nonetheless, that's how I felt. I said, what am I going to do? I had 3 options, maybe 4. Stay in bed, go to bed early, put a movie. So I'm gonna go do what makes me feel better, what has worked, what is working, and what will work for me, and I believe for millions as well. Working out, training, exercising. So I said it was 8:30 at that moment in time. I'm gonna shower quickly, and now I'm gonna hit the road, Jack. Hit the road, hit the streets. On my steel-toe shoes, my green jacket, my black attire, and my red scarf. And I'm gonna hit the road. And I'm gonna start marching. Freedom is a double-edged sword. I admit, my tiny hands too heavy to lift. It's a heavy sword. It's got 2 edges, sharp. Both edges are sharp. Both edges are sharp. Heavy to lift. I admit, Adrian H. Dragonborn, Rainbow Dragon, aka Limp Dick. Rainbow Dragon, aka Limp Dick. Rainbow Dragon. aka Limp Dick. Tiny hands, tiny feet. tiny androgynous little scar-clit dick. Fourth dimension to that trinity. Tiny hands. Tiny feet. Fourth dimension. Got a big mouth. This philosophical philosophy, with all the philosophy, with all the theory that I've learned and am learning every day. You see how in certain circumstances, situation, to our civilization, we are interconnected, interdependent. And in certain situations, I admit, I am mediocre. I suck. Even useless. I said before, I never farmed in this life. Many incarnations, many lifetimes I did farm. Truth be told, I do have some experience farming in this life. At a micro level. Urban scale. A few times. So I did all the farming necessary. But doing the COVID meditations deeply. How the fundamental of food, the sacredness of food to build, upgrade, or maintain civilization. Yeah, those fruits are made, created, and produced by the goddess who dances with her brother the sun. The sun now rises. The sun now sets somewhere in the world. Matter of fact, it's rising over Japan, rising over Korea, rising over China, rising over Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, Kuala Lumpur, Australia, New Zealand, Laos, rising over there. Shedding light and life on a macro scale upon tens of nations and peoples at this very same moment. So I'm gonna extend my gratitude as I'm marching. Look at these lights. Do another meditation as I've done in the past. And all these lights, see, these are the public lights, and those big residential buildings there now, where we're gonna march towards now, marching north. These lights come from the 61 dams, hydroelectric dams, that are across this province of Quebec, la belle province. 61 dams across Quebec, la belle province. 61 dams built since Well, since 1963, I'm saying 1963 because 1963 is the year when the current public corporate social financial structure of Hydro-Quebec is been incorporated, but it predates to the 1920s, the beginnings. But the transmutations and the changes in names and bureaucratic structure changed. But nonetheless, these lights, all of them here in the public and in the private, are all thanks to the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of Quebecois workers, men and women, perhaps many, many, many today and in the past, LGBTQ rainbow like myself. And in the private homes as well. These beautiful lights on this tree here, see? I love the colors, like LGBTQ rainbow dragon. So even these lights are powered by that electricity. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Even my laptop, I plugged it in earlier. And the electricity is clean, renewable, zero pollution, emission energy. And these street lights, these ones and the ones in the private homes, like these ones there, see? And even my laptop, my smartphone, plugged it in earlier a few hours ago, and it's charged with clean, renewable, zero emission energy for me to do this recording. More important, the voice and the philosophy and the ranting. That is more important than the aesthetics, which can sometimes derail us in superficial ways and detract us from the point or the essence, the fundamental, the general message. That I'm giving through this philosophical rant, sometimes hidden in allegories, sometimes straightforward and direct, like I could fucking use a good neck rub right now. I could use a fucking good neck rub right now. Yep. Right now I could use a fucking good neck rub. But I'm feeling better. Oh yeah, see. I knew it would work. It has been, is, and will be medicine for yours truly. Working out, training, exercising. As I'm passing through this big residential building, see mega buildings here in the neighborhood called St. Luke, with the Dragan army, security and service force, I'm calling the creation thereof, from all existing public and private security forces and armed forces to securing and ensure freedom and work for the fourth dimension. The fourth dimension services. See with the Dragan army here, if the kids are driving parents wild, have too much energy, they don't want to medicate them, we can take them a half an hour to jog a bit, dance, play some sports with them, or go give a fellow citizen, supporter, ally, subject a massage. East, west, north, south. East, west, north, south. How many people are late with the rent, struggling with food security here, securing food, housing and transport, the three essential elements of civilization, and then working on the fourth dimension, the services. Absentee landlords, man. Absentee landlords. I'm not perfect, far from it. I could have cleaned better today. First day of the week, I cleaned a bit. Washed the tub, washed the sink. Could have done better, could have done better, could have done better. I'm not perfect, far from it. Got issues, got vices, got lusts. I admit, my hands are too tiny, feet are too tiny. Got a little androgynous scar-cleared dick. Tiny Trinity, fourth dimension, big mouth, dragon, rainbow dragon, aka limb dick. Now that we got that out of the way, we can proceed. What's happening? What's up? What's going on? Democracy for who? For who, baby? Multi-millionaire athletes in the NBA, NHL, NBA, NFL, MLB. What's happening, baby? Watch y'all eat. Watch y'all eating, man. How people are disconnected. How much do you give during COVID? How much do the rich give for food security? This tough economic, financial, commercial season, man. How much do you give to the children to get some food security and some gifts, toy bags? How much do you give? Who gave? Who? What? How much? I didn't hear many. No. I got issues, lusts, cravings, smoke a little bit of weed from time to time, but this, whoever listens to this, my brothers and sisters, there ain't no way, with all the moodiness, the rage, the imperfections that got, I'm gonna say this, ain't no way that if I would have had $1 million in the bank account, ain't no way that I would have not given 10% of whatever if I would have had money. $1 million, $2 million, $3 million. Ain't no way that I would have been that selfish during this December holiday season. Tough, hard, painful, economically, financially, commercially, for many, not for all. Not for the athletes in the NBA, NHL, NFL, and the owners, and especially the owners. And Donald Trump, nothing personally, but y'all inherited y'all money, man. Had the worst steel-toe boots a day in your life, bro. Right-wingers, cut that crap out, man. Let's Donald Trump march in steel-toe boots, bro. Y'all tripping. Are tripping, man. People are disconnected, both on the left and on the right. I live in fucking trust fund giving mommy, daddy money. Think I don't know? We know. But waking up now. See what we do without food. Can't eat that smartphone. Right? Can't eat that smartphone. Can't eat this laptop. The paper, can't eat it. It's not edible. You gotta eat. Everybody gotta eat. Rich, poor. You gotta eat, man. Build, maintain, or upgrade civilization. Right, even me. I gotta eat. I do meditations before I eat most of the time. I thank the farmers, truckers, grocery store clerks. As a matter of fact, calling the leaders of the free world and the Dragan army to go give them a good goddamn massage, man. Learn massage therapy during COVID while working out, training, exercising. These people are about to start World War III. They're totally out of their minds. They're disconnected. Freedom, democracy, democracy, freedom, freedom, democracy for who? For who, baby? For corporations. How much we waste. It's not even given to the people who need it, man. You got a policy to give it away. Now, I'm no socialist, communist, I am no fascist. I'm a universal revolutionary centrist. Firmly believe that my times of struggle and suffering made the libraries of the city of Montreal my second home, and the tens of thousands of books my friends. And I've read tens of thousands of books. I've written tens of thousands of pages of poetry, philosophy, theory, short stories, of which now given in the compendium the Trinity of Theories, known as the citizen integration theory, democratic fusion theory, and detrofusion theory. That trinity of theories, which is fundamental core, general aspect of the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom, for the creation of the two complementary cooperative covenant institutions of the International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, aka the Dragan Army, security and service, complementary to the International Integrated Dance League. International Integrated Dance League, aka International Integrated Dance League, aka the Dancing Goddess Army. It's two complementary cooperative institutions. Complementary cooperative institutions to establish a new world order of world peace, international justice, secured and ensured global freedom, and attaining harmony between civilization and nature for the greater good. As imperfect as I am, I've been through suicidal, was suicidal, depressed. Besides owing $10,000 to the RBC, low interest. I do believe in 10% interest, limiting interest, and limiting the interest 10% across all levels, whether for private loans, business loans, recreational loans, mortgage loans, all loans, maximum 10% as a standard up, no more. Because you have credit cards that are 15, 16, 17, 20, even more, 24, 25, 26, 30 even percent. I believe in a maximum 10% across all levels as a principle. The Dancing Goddess in the Dragon Kingdom was a World Bank of Love, was founded by yours truly with 156 trillions of kisses, which were gifted and credited with the condition that I'm going to freely distribute from those kisses to all my willingly loving allies and armies. So kisses got. Kisses got. As a matter of fact, I start kissing overtime. Massage overtime, wash feet overtime, march, jog, push-ups, squats. Best poetic rap philosophy in it. I don't play it self-righteous. I don't play it self-righteous. I do mistakes on the daily. I did wrong, did mistakes. I already feel much better now. See, 40 minutes into this march, I knew it's gonna be medicine and therapy for yours truly. Getting physical activity. We should encourage, support it. And not just that, but mass finance it, for goodness goddess. I mean, since 1984, players in the NFL, National Football League, NHL, National Hockey League, NBA, National Basketball Association, MLB, players and owners, along with the artists, actors making tens of millions a movie. I've been calling all for a public-private partnership since my fitness journey began, which a few years ago, down 77, more than 77 pounds now. more than 77 pounds. Has been a great investment. And I do believe it's an investment for the body. The body, for my philosophy, is the body is a temple for pleasure and for purpose. Simple philosophy. The body is a temple for pleasure and purpose. The body is a temple for pleasure and for purpose. And you're gonna invest in it. Workout, train, exercise, and mass finance thereof in a public-private partnership. Players in the NFL, National Football League, NBA, NHL, MLB all don't need another house. They already got 3 houses, 7 cars, man. Finance some youth, bro. I was disappointed, upset, even angry, moody, but not necessarily surprised that the powers that be in the NFL, National Football League, NHL, NBA, National Basketball Association, MLB, that they just went back to business as usual. I don't want to go back to nothing pre-COVID. I died during COVID. I've been upset, suicidal, depressed. Working out, training, exercising has been, is, and will be medicine and therapy for yours truly, as I believe it is so for many. Lost more than 77 pounds. More now. And 77 pounds, got fit with my General War Integrated Total Body Training System, aka the Dragan Army, which I've created before COVID, back in October 2019, when I've created, of course, the Dragan Army workout, which has been the de facto training exercise for yours truly. I've performed more than 225 sessions so far. Back in October, when I've created it, have made it, produced it, designed it to go hand in hand with the World War III scenario, which in an eerie, providential, paradoxical, parallel manner resembles the COVID-19 health and financial crises. And since it resembles it, that's what I began advocating for. The creation of the General War Integrated Total Body Training System. You heard that correct. The creation of the General War Integrated Total Body Training System. When I've created it, back in October 2019, I've created it as an independent student, scholar of history, wars, geopolitics, civilizations, global security analyst and theorist, world peace advocate, an independent artist, athlete, an activist. Alarmed by what had transpired up to that moment in time, namely the US-China trade war, which began by the Trump administration. Back in 2018, in March, at the beginning of March 2018, when the Trump administration started imposing tariffs on China, and China retaliated, known as the US-China trade war, which is ongoing. That was one of the main factors, elements, geopolitical events, which made me, along with the arrest of Meng Wanzhou, aka Kathy Meng, the chief financial officer of Huawei, the biggest telecommunications smartphone equipment maker, who was arrested by the RCMP in order to honor an extradition treaty with the United States of America. She was arrested and detained, and just a few months ago released. And consequently, two Canadian nationals, known as the two Michaels, Michael Kovrig and Michael Spavor, were detained by Chinese officials in China on espionage and other national security of China charges. And in an unadmitted quid pro quo exchange, there's no doubt that was a quid pro quo in my opinion. I have no doubt about it, because it just happened in the 48 hours of the less than 48 hours of the release and the official announcement that Canada will send Meng Wanzhou, aka Kathy Meng, who's the daughter of the founder of Huawei, who has been accused of working espionage, spy for China. Now ceases spies of Canada, spies of USA, CIA. I was a spy in a past life. I didn't like it much. I learned that we're all liars and bullshitters, but if you want to know, I did masturbate, watch a little porn during the weekend, during the Sabbath. As I watched porn, I said now, and it worked for 7 weeks in a row. So I'm only going to watch pornography during the Sabbath of the dancing goddess in the Dragon Kingdom. So I self-pleasured. I was imagining I was the woman getting fucked hard, if you really want to know. So y'all ain't got nothing on me. Golden showers, trumper, butros, small dick massages aside. Sexual liberation has not come easy for me personally, without blood, sweat, and tears for me personally. It has not come for Canadians, not for North American civilization, and not for the whole world, for that matter, as being LGBTQ is only, was read in the news today, a cup of coffee, was reported that the admitted, those are in the open, who are LGBTQ like me, have reached 7.1%. It doubled from 10 years ago, 2012, from 3.5%. It doubled. 3.5% to 7% of the adult population, the adult in the USA, in the adults. So it's pretty much the same across North America, pretty much Canada. Of course, there are many more. And I said it and I will say it again. Call Nasib. Raiders. Perhaps the freest, bravest motherfucker on the motherfucking field, motherfucker. Y'all didn't put that when y'all joined the Marines, that you have homosexual lusts. Imagine sucking the dick of the rapper. Not the rapper, but the rapper, the one singing. Y'all ain't put that there when you joined the Popo Force now, bro. Did you, bro, yo? Some of your rappers be homo too, admit it. Androgynous, pansexual, rainbow dragon. It ain't easy to admit these things, how we feel, our lusts, our hidden fears. 6'6", 360 pounds, 13 years in the NFL, survived 3 concussions. Comes to my room, imagining that he responded my call, and my underground room house, and then will start screaming. Little tiny spider, what you screaming for? Spider. Well, you're 6'6", 360, survived 13 years in the NFL, survived 3 concussions. You got a tiny little spider, scares the shit out of him. Now we all got fears, secret lusts, things we're embarrassed, ashamed of. And the logic and the mathematics, 2 + 2 = 4. In the Dancing Goddess in the Dragon Kingdom, we can write that 2 + 2 = 4, but doesn't mean we gotta write it in black only, or white only, or gray only, or red only. Red, the official color of the Dragon Army. Green, the Dancing Goddess Army. Rainbow, the Phoenix People's Party. If we can write the 2 in green, the plus one line, we can write it in black. The other line, we can write it in white. The other 2, we can write it in red if we wrote the first 2 in green, and vice versa. Again, the equal, we can write the top line black, bottom line white, or vice versa. And the 4, we can write it one line orange, one line pink, and the other one purple. See? We got the colors of the rainbow plus the black and the white in the equation. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Right? Doesn't mean we can't have diversity. Universal revolutionary centrism. I believe at this point in time, with the impasse across the Western Wall, with democracy dodging, with rich getting richer, economic, social inequalities, and the social justice question. I do justice, L-O-V, love is action. I mean, goddamn, you tell me you're sore out of my neck. Let's see, you want to rub? I'm hungry. You want a piece of my sandwich? Piece of goddamn it, this motherfucker. Ain't no way, with all the lusts. Yeah, I admit it. If I would have had probably some money, I would have gone, because I've been already a few times at the strip club. Yeah, I've been at the strip joints. Yeah, Adrian Hannah Dragan's been with a foot in the library these past years, learning, writing. And a foot in these streets, east, west, north, south. Yep. I got some street, and I got some library, and vice versa. I got some street, and I got some library, and vice versa. I do rap on the ground, if you really want to know. Hit of the lights. Ain't no way that you're within that selfish. Y'all only say goddess in your Mercedes. Well, what if I piss on it? It only cost me $2 for that cocktail Molotov, huh? And it's not about the money, brothers and sisters. I'm going to say this because I said it. It's not about the money, brothers and sisters. It's not about the money, brothers and sisters. It's about the greater good, a new world order of world peace, international justice, secured and ensured global freedom, and attaining harmony between civilization and nature. See these 3 big evergreens. Look, they're bigger than my size. Green all year long. Give them a kiss. How beautiful and majestic they are. This nature, and part of its civilization there. See, big residential building in Cult St. Luke. How many could use a service? Dragan Army service and security. East, west, north, south, securing food, housing, and transport. Citizen integration theory, integrating across all levels, across all public and private institutions and organizations. Citizen integration theory. Citizen integration theory. Citizen integration theory coupled with democratic fusion theory and debt-fusion theory to create the 2 complementary cooperative covenant institutions. International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, aka the Dragan Army, with the International Integrated Dance League, aka the Dancing Goddess Army. See, now as I'm marching, I'm going to cross neighborhoods. From my poorer neighborhood, economically, financially, commercially. Not necessarily by merit, by karma, or by talent, of course. Going across quote-unquote class distinction. Citizen integration theory across all neighborhoods, across all institutions, across all organizations, with the Dragan Security and Service Force. That is basically the gist of my theory called Citizen Integration Theory. Canada, US, Hawk Island, Montreal. Hawk Island, Montreal. The United States, the USA, and let it be known, my brothers and sisters in the US, that Dragan Zero Rainbow Dragon, aka Limp Dick. Yep, Limp Dick. LIMP, one word. DICK, as in a cock, dick, penis. Limp. That I was an American twice in past lives. As a matter of fact, 156 years ago. That way, when I'm pointing the camera south, 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 I'm gonna point it back east again. South of Hokkaido, Montreal. Served in the U.S. Army. Yep, you heard that right. Adrian Hanna Dragan 156 years ago in a past life. 718 miles ago from here, from Hokkaido, Montreal. Served in the U.S. Army. One of the greatest generals in U.S. history, George S. Patton, wrote one of my favorite poems entitled Through a Glass Darkly. Through a Glass Darkly. Wrote a poem entitled Through a Glass Darkly, where George S. Patton stated his belief in reincarnation. He claims that, hey, I was a Parthian, I was a Carthaginian, I was a Roman. Believe it or not, I did serve in the U.S. Army 156 years ago, 718 miles south of Hokkaido, Montreal. Whether you believe in reincarnations or not, as yours truly is a universal spiritual teaching student because some things were better left to mystery and wonder. How much do I really know about this laptop I'm carrying? I know a little bit, the weight, what's inside XYZ in a parallel life. Science, innovation, and technology is my chosen path. In this one, philosophy, spirituality, art, sexuality, poetry, physicality, the irrational, emotional aspects of life. Look at these trees. How much do I really know? Look how big they are. Evergreens. 3 times my size. 3 times my size, 3 times my size. I say mystically, of course, in a spiritual, esoteric way, that these trees are the hairs on the goddess's body. These trees are the hairs on the goddess's body. These trees are the hairs on the goddess's body. How many trees across all the 7 continents? When I say goddess, I'm referring, of course, to Mother Nature. Mother Nature, the greatest scientist and artist. I don't know it all. I'm just a piece of fucking dust, man. Just a piece of fucking dust. Piece of fucking dust. Yeah, I don't mind me some BDSM switch. Yeah, I said I don't mind me some BDSM switch. I don't mind me some BDSM switch. With consent and hygiene, with consent and hygiene, with consent and hygiene. Sexual liberation has not come without blood, sweat, and tears for me personally, for Canadians, North Americans, for Western civilization, and as a LGBTQ global citizen who tries to act local, think global. Don't pay too much into the slogans. I've been involved in organizations proposed to do actions and XYZ, and you ask questions and you hit a road. Probably because of corruption. Probably because of corruption. No, I'm not perfect. Sure, I would like to drink a little bit of, eat some bacon. I would love to afford some bacon. Didn't buy it in the past weeks. I would love to afford a little bit of Canadian whiskey mixed with that Tennessee, where I roamed in a past life. Maybe afford for some brand new pair of steel toe boots with our leaders of the free world. They gotta come march with yours truly, Dragan. Gotta come march with yours truly, Dragan, in steel toe boots before I take any order from any leader of the free world. Let that be clearly understood, man. They got stifled bureaucracy and red tape since 1984. And been our organizations, institutions, ask questions. No transparency, financial, economic transparency. Way too much blah blah blah. Right? In those pots and pans, well, we need to go do some cooking, man. We need to give the farmers, thank you, farmers, thank you, farmers. And I'm not just the person that said thank you without offering nothing, you know. I have farmers with the Dragan Army to go give them a good massage, man. East, west, north, south, North America. Give them a good neck rub, a washing of the feet. You know what I'm saying? With those truckers also. Pit stops, Dragan service and security. Call on the call. Hey, the Dragan Eye, we need a neck rub. 15 minutes. Can somebody give me some good service? Next up, I'm driving this trucks here, right here. They don't pay me enough. God damn it. I'll pay our actors playing movies. They're playing movies, man. Keep watching who's playing now. Go Habs go, worst season ever. Supposedly, I don't know. They're well paid, regardless of, even if they lost all, they would have still made their millions. Made $3 million a year, $4 million a year, $7 million a year. How much they give to charity out of that? I know they got good houses, good cars. They good. You guys are good, bro. Y'all good. I ain't worried about y'all. Our commercials in the NFL, man. There are millions of commercials. People are disconnected, man. Soldier, soldier, soldier. Warrior, warrior, warrior. Western, western, western. Western civilization. We don't need to go left, extreme left, far right, communism, fascism. 20th century was a mock with that. I don't have all the answers, all the solutions. In a parallel life, science, innovation, and technology is my chosen path, where supercomputers, micro gadgets, ICBM rockets, satellites, and microchips is my universe. In this, poetry, dance, philosophy, art, theory, some brain and some muscle, the irrational, emotional aspects of life, and sexuality, sensuality is my chosen path in this one. They gotta intersect, interconnect. They gotta work hand in hand, just like 2 + 2 = 4. Doesn't mean we gotta write it all in white, or all in black, or in gray, or only the color of the Dragan Army officially red, or green, the color of the Dancing Goddess Army officially green, or rainbow, the Phoenix People's Party, the anti-war, anti-poverty, anti-racism. Alright, we gotta march. With the Dragan Army now, we could have marched Hawk Island, start putting on the train with a truck, secure food, housing, and transport. Those farmers a massage, do a little feet wash, a little bit of dance, east, west, north, south, southwest, north, south, north, south, east, west. From here, from Hawk Island, Montreal. So people are disconnected, man. Hopefully somebody's making love now, and all these square kilometers that I've marched, square miles that I've marched, hopefully somebody's kissing, hugging, washing each other, or making love, or fucking even, whether LGBTQ, bisexual, or gay or not. We're all couples, new couples. I'm triple vaccinated, triple vaccinated. And now the 4th dimension, I'm open for business. My trinity on COVID has been, is, and will be this. First and foremost, brothers and sisters, I do not know what caused COVID. Second, I believe in the zoonotic theory, and that snakes transmitted COVID to human beings. Now, some people believe it was another animal. Zoonotic is the technical term meaning from animals to human being transmission. Others believe it was different types of animals, such as bats, such as swine, seafood. My belief is snakes. Snakes believe that it's in the top 5. So it's a popular one. Snakes. Bats, I think, is number 1. Most people believe bats. I'm with scientists as well. But I don't know for sure. So that's my trinity on COVID. First and foremost, do not know for sure what caused COVID. Second, believe it was transmitted from snakes to human beings. And third, since do not know for sure, I cannot rule out another possibility. So that's my trinity. To my trinity on COVID, there's the fourth dimension. The fourth dimension to that trinity. Fourth dimension to that trinity on COVID. First, I don't know for sure. Second, I believe it was snakes. And third, since don't know for sure, I cannot rule out another possibility. Fourth dimension is what do know for sure, without a doubt, is that before COVID, 93 days before COVID, the coronavirus began back in October 2019. Yours truly, world peace advocate, independent student, scholar of wars, geopolitics, civilizations, an independent global security analyst and theorist, alarmed by what had transpired up to that moment in time, namely the US-China trade war began by the Trump administration back in March 2018, coupled with the arrest of Meng Wanzhou, aka Kathy Meng, the chief financial officer of Huawei, who had overtaken Apple to become the biggest telecommunications smartphone equipment maker. Alarmed by what had transpired up to that moment in time, 2019. Yours truly created, made, and designed what is known as the General War Integrated Total Body Training System, aka the Dragan Army Workout, aka the 300 Workout, and designed and made and created the workout to go hand in hand with a World War III scenario, which in an eerie, paradoxical, providential parallel way resembles the COVID-19 health and financial crises. And since it resembles it, that's what I began advocating for. The creation of the International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, aka the Dragan Army, just like envisioned in my scenario. Since my scenario not only had the destruction and the devastation of World War III, it also had contained a solution. And since July 24, 2020, in the midst of COVID, that's what I began advocating, calling for the implementation thereof, of the International Citizen Integrated Social Security Force, just like envisioned in my scenario, to be created just like envisioned in my scenario. What causes World War III in my scenario, which in the timeline of my workouts and with the scenario, which had began in October 2019, the first session of the General War Integrated Total Body Training System, aka the Dragan Army, which yours truly had performed, was October 17, 2019. And since then, had performed more than 225 sessions so far. Now, I had COVID. So I'm encouraging everybody to get tested, get vaccinated. I had COVID back at the end of January 2020. Back at the end of January 2020 until about February 20th, 2020. It was very sickle disease. It was like death, pestilence, and disease. In many ways, did die during COVID. Yours truly, Adrian H. Dragan, died during COVID and being reborn with every step, every push-up, every hawk, every rant, every sunrise, sunset, midnights, sun. Even his steps here is Adrian Hannah, Dragan, androgynous, pansexual, founder of the dancing goddess and the Dragon Kingdom. Our one empire under the stars, under the moon, on earth for world peace, international justice, securing and ensuring global freedom, and attaining harmony between civilization and nature that yours truly Universal Revolutionary Center stands for. So back in October 2019, created the General War Integrated Total Body Training System, aka the Dragon Army Workout. Created it to go hand in hand with a scenario which resembles the COVID-19 health and financial crisis, because after my analysis I was saying that we, humanity, Canadians, North Americans, Western civilization, we are on a path towards World War III due to the US-China trade war, which began with the Trump administration in March 2018, the arrest of Meng Wanzhou, and other historical events that are taken into consideration. Pearl Harbor, arrest of Meng Wanzhou, US-China trade war, and other such events are taken into consideration. And that created the General War Integrated Total Body Training System, aka the 300 Workout, to go hand in hand with the World War III scenario, which in a nearly paradoxical providential parallel way resembles the COVID-19 health and financial crisis. And what causes World War III in my scenario is a global financial collapse caused by a stock market crash in my scenario, which triggers World War III and is blamed by many a coalition of countries on the US Trump administration, who blamed it on the US Trump administration, who blamed it on the US Trump administration, by a coalition of countries who blames it on the Trump administration mainly, and that starts World War III in my scenario. Now, my scenario had the destruction and the devastation, but it also had the solution. And since I've seen that COVID began, about 93 days later, my first session that I've began was October 17, 2019. So that was the first session. October 17, 2019. That had began. October 17, 2019 was the first session. October 17, 2019 was the first session that yours truly had began and created to go hand in hand with the World War III scenario. Had began it October 17, 2019. More than 225 sessions since then have completed. So 93 days later, have seen what has become from the coronavirus. And since my scenario had solutions, that's what have began advocating for. The solution, just like in my scenario, the solution was mobilizing 1% of citizenry, of adult population, of citizens of NATO member countries, which Canada, United States, Germany. There are 30 member states of NATO, North Atlantic Trade Organization member, who are now undergoing joining to Task Force Dragan, providential name, Nobody's born a dragon, you become one. Not even myself with a surname Dragan. I'm not a dragon because of a surname. Because his father, who don't even remember. I grew up much of myself on my solo, learned, struggled in the libraries and in the streets. In the libraries and in the streets. Struggle, learn, autodidact in the libraries and in the streets. Don't know it all, still gotta learn. Still learning every day. Don't know what caused COVID, but this I do know. That from my analysis, I said that we're on a path to World War III. And so had began, created the General War Integrated Total Body Training System, aka the Dragan Army Workout, 300 Workout, designed, made, and created to go hand in hand with the World War III scenario, which in a nearly paradoxical, providential parallel way resembles the COVID-19 health and financial crises. And since it resembles it, and since my scenario had the solution, since July 24, 2020, that's what had began advocating for. The creation of the general war, the mobilization of 1% of citizenry, just like in my scenario, mobilizing 1% of citizens of NATO, creating a new transnational security and service force, an army, the Dragan Army, nickname officially International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, to be citizen integrated social security and service force. Security and service force. Securing food, housing, and transport, the three essential elements of civilization, integrating across all levels. Private and public security forces, armed forces, creating the new transnational force. NATO member countries I am and have been and will call for Israel, the state of Israel, country of Israel in the Middle East, to become ASAP 31st member of NATO by protocol Genesis 34, protocol Genesis 34, protocol Genesis 34, referring to the twin brothers Jacob and Esau, referring to the twin brothers Jacob and Esau. Wanted to go to the washroom. It's a bit chilly to pee outside in the cool temperature. Windy. I guess not. So it seems that the battery's still on. I'm gonna keep on going. So just like in my scenario, which had the solution, that's what I began advocating for. With the plan or the details, the house, give it a general manner. Now I don't know what caused COVID again. I do believe it was transmitted from snakes to human beings, but cannot rule out another possibility. What I do know, without a doubt, I'm just gonna have some garbage. I'm just gonna give it some garbage. Let's see if it's open from here, maybe. Sometimes it's closed there and it's open from here. No, it's closed. It's a nice red door. I'm just gonna throw something to the garbage. Something to the garbage. Passing through my old neighborhood. Passing by. Just passing through my old neighborhood here. mall. Let's put some color on this gray. Just passing through, nothing that I want to go back to. Pre-COVID, I'm feeling much better. Much better now that I got these kilometers in step. Still got a few kilometers. Now gonna go back by D-Carry. Passing by my old neighborhood. So just like in my scenario, implementing the protocols of my scenario that was created back in 2019 October for a new world order of world peace, international justice, secured and ensured global freedom, and to that trinity attaining harmony between civilization and nature by creating the two complementary cooperative governance institutions, the International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, aka the Dragan Army. With the International Integrated Dance League, aka the Dancing Goddess Army. By the application of my triple theories of citizen integration theory, debt fusion theory, and democratic fusion theory, which yours truly has written in the past 7, 8, or 9 years, and which are the main fundamental core philosophical, social, financial, even mystic, spiritual core of the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom, which is one empire under the sun and stars on earth. Citizen integration theory, of course, general application via the dragon army to integrate across all levels of society, civilization, all with all existing public and private institutions and organizations. And the public and private balance, harmony, equilibrium is the strive for the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom. Now that I stepped out of my private domain, private quarters, right? I stepped out of my private underground room, office, and temple. Went on a march, still going on a march, passing through my own neighborhood here. Look at this. Big highway. That's going south, and that way it goes north, and then it goes on the west. Now I'm going to take a turn here, and I'm going to be going south now. That way where the camera is pointing north. That way now where the camera is pointing west. Now the camera is pointing south, and now the camera is pointing east. And I will just gonna turn north. So the application of my theories, of course, the Dragon Army, the Citizen Integration Theory to integrate with the Dragon Security and Service Force across all levels, the private and the public, and the private and the public, the harmony, the equilibrium, and the balance. Of course, I am stepped out of my underground room, office, and temple, and now I'm marching north. I'm gonna march north, marching north. Back to headquarters. I'm still in my own neighborhood and still will be for the next kilometers, 3 kilometers about. I still got, now I'm just gonna go north for maybe 6 kilometers. Just gonna march north. It's probably an hour of marching north from here. Maybe 40 minutes, 45 minutes, maybe 50 minutes. And then I'm gonna turn west to go back to my headquarters from here. So from here, My old neighborhood here. That was Square to Carry, Square to Carry, Square to Carry Mall. And that was this is the DeCarry Highway. So now I'm marching north. So the citizen integration theory generally, of course, is via the Dragan army to integrate across all levels of civilization, the public and the private institutions and organizations, especially by encouraging people to volunteer intersectionally in the cross sections of the economy, society, for example, give you a concrete example, to see how recycling is done. Where the garbage goes. How many of us know where the garbage goes? Somebody takes it, where does it go? Right? Recycling. Where does recycling is done? I want to see the 61 dams. I want to see the 61 dams. I want to see the 61 dams built across this province. To go from the rural to the urban. From the urban to the rural. To go from the big cities to the medium cities to the small cities. Go coast to coast across this great Canada. Thousands of miles. Across this North America. Or going to cross the world for that matter. Securing food, housing, and transport. Once you have those three secured, we can work on the fourth dimension. Services and party, relax, and love during the Sabbath. Right? Clean the oceans. Clean the oceans, the waterways, the rivers, the lakes by the dancing goddess army. We have environmental emergencies. Right? Environmental emergencies. I cannot lift the sword of freedom by my solo. My hands are too tiny. Feet are too small. My little androgynous is too little. Got a fourth dimension. Big mouth. Got some brain and some muscle with it. Got some brain and some muscle with it. Got some brains and some muscle with it. And I am not perfect. Got issues, got vices, got lust. But with all that, and no way that I would have been that selfish during this tough economic, financial, and commercial season which we just lived, especially those with children during the holidays. Ain't no way that if I would have had 1 million, 2 million, 3 million or more, whether it's an athlete in the NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, or an artist, actor, Hollywood, or singer, rocker, rap. You don't need another car. You got 7 cars, 7 houses, bro. You live in gated communities since 2007, bro. Live in gated communities, man. People are disconnected. They're out of their minds. They're living in gated communities, man. Dealing in paper. But ain't no way that I would have been that selfish not to give. A little bit. 10%. 100,000 from 1 million. If I would have had 1 million, load up some trucks. Few trucks with 100,000, maybe 3 semi-big trucks, groceries, kids, candies, and go to the neighborhoods and donate directly with the organizations. And I know where they are. I've lived in them for the past years in the neighborhood. I've dealt with organizations and institutions. Look at the price of gas, 166.9. 166.9, 166.9. Maybe next week it'll go more, 10 cents. Maybe in a week it's gonna be 10 cents more. This is new, this is new, this is new in my neighborhood. What is it, residential? Looks like semi-residential. Nice red chairs. Red's my favorite color. My lord is red in rising, red in setting. Somewhere now the sun, king, rises and sets. How many trillions of stars, infinite space, infinite stars above. Goddess of heavens who sent that one kiss to her sister who dances with her brother's son, and that one kiss turned into 156 trillions of kisses. Credited to me with the condition to freely distribute to all my willingly loving allies and armies. Now money I ain't got, but love got aplenty. Love in goddamn action, not just love in blah blah blah. Yeah, love with some poetry, some rap, some rock, some pop, some jazz, some art. Like that also. But also love in action. Love and kisses with kisses. Love with hugs. Love with feet washes. Love with massages. Love with lotion massages. Kisses, hugs, licks, tickles. That good pleasure of bodies, a temple for pleasure on purpose, love. I feel much better now. See? The irrational, emotional, subconscious didn't make sense. That I was so moody, so upset. I said, I didn't get the help I wanted. I didn't get too many likes. I didn't get commissioned to dance, to have poetry. Nobody's responding to my call for action, to the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom. It's just me. Perhaps my sister. She helps to lift the sword of freedom. Second thought, she can lift it by herself. My anonymous sister. Passing through my own neighborhood, some things change, others stay the same. So it didn't make sense, it wasn't logical. It wasn't logical for me to feel moody, upset, because my rent is paid. Half of my cell phone is paid. Electricity bill is paid in full for February. And had food, have food. Had a TV connection, internet connection. So it didn't make sense. Logically, right? That I felt moody, like hitting the walls with my fist. But these things do exist, brothers and sisters. Emotions, the irrational world. They're part of us, different degrees. Some are more X, some are more Y, some are more Z. Some mix a little bit of Y and Z, others mix a little bit of Z and Y. Others mix a little bit of YZX. It doesn't make sense logically. Why do I feel upset, moody? My rent is paid. I clean my room off Sun Temple. I got food. One half of my cell phone is paid. So it didn't make sense logically, rationally, mathematically, rationally, logically. From a rational, mathematical, logical perspective, it didn't. I wasn't supposed to feel moody, upset, emotional, irrational, angry even. But nonetheless, I did. I wasn't gonna repress going bad. Why do I feel like this? So I took action. I said, well, I'm gonna go do what has worked for me. Maybe subconsciously I was hoping. I said, shit, maybe I'm gonna meet somebody who's vaccinated. Triple vax, get a hug or something. Say hook up for a massage. Hook up for a massage exchange. Make a goddamn friend with benefits. Make some friends with benefits. Make some friends with benefits. Yes. Well, didn't make sense logically. I felt bad, moody. I was gonna hit the wall. Clench my fist. Say, I'm gonna hit the wall. I didn't. I said, I just pay rent here. Besides, since I've been working out, training, exercising, perhaps best I don't hit it, unless I'll make a big hole in it. So I said, I'm gonna channel, not repress, but channel, sublimate. Just like all the forces by themselves are not negative or evil or bad. And a lot of us, perhaps myself, more in the past than the present, more in the past than the present, more in the past than the present. We're guilty of confounding, confusing, mixing evil with our own hidden lusts, fears, and hatreds, right? We confound evil with our hidden hatreds, hidden lusts, hidden fears. A lot of us make that confusion, right? Between our hidden lusts, hidden fears, and hidden hatreds, or unadmitted ones. And sure, for sure, absolutely, if I would have had money, I could have made a trade, go to a professional massage therapist, and got that out of the way, right? I could have paid for it, said, hey, I'm going to go get it. So I could have went and got it. I'm in the minus at the bank, so and I have to put a call out there already on social media. Very few responses. You know how it goes. A lot of people blah 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 blah. It happens. So I said, I'm gonna sublimate. Just like sexuality. If we repress certain aspects of ourselves, repression, feelings and emotions, they're gonna make us sick. If we let things not in the open, they grow crooked in the dark. Right? Some things can grow crooked in the dark, man. Some things can go crooked in the dark. Who's gonna live the sword of freedom, man? You? I ain't taking order from no leader of the free world, man. Taking orders from no leader of the free world. Taking orders from no leader of the free world, man. Till they march in steel-toe boots. They're good from reading off a piece of paper. They're good at that. I read 6 words off a piece of paper. Look back up at the camera. Read another 6. Look back down, look back up again, read another 6. Look back up again. Gotta read off a piece of paper, man. Leaders of the free world. Where you at, baby? Where you at, athletes? In the NFL, NHL, NBA, MLB. Rappers, where y'all at? Y'all living in gated communities, man. But you want Dragons here to fight for what freedom, man? For what democracy? I'm gonna start rapping. You don't want me to start rapping, man. I'm gonna start rapping a disgusting exercise of my FREDOM with disgusting, murderous, suicidal ICBM rockets. Perhaps better if I don't rap. Maybe best. Perhaps better. If I don't, I'll let somebody else rap. Found an orange. Frozen. No food waste, man. Perhaps best not to food waste. Frozen orange, gonna take it. Gonna eat it, give me about, I don't know how many calories. 50, 100, how many are in that orange? 100. 50. I'd say maybe between 50 and 100 calories in the orange. Not more or less than 50. Well, leaving my own neighborhood. Oh no, almost. Still a few 1 mile to go or so. 10, 9. And I'll run for it. 3. Oh, costs. Stuck in the middle here. Queen Mary. Corner of Queen Mary and DeCarry. My old neighborhood still. My old neighborhood goes up until the Cuban embassy, the embassy of Cuba, the country about 1,560 miles from here, known as Cuba, People's Socialist Republic. Here at the corner, Monday. What time it is now? 11:11. 11:11. 11:11. Maybe I should play a lotto. I ain't got no money to play lotto. Somebody said online it's a good luck. Good luck to play lotto when you see 11:11. I'm gonna keep on marching north. Get back to headquarters. Get back to headquarters. Gonna finish binge watching. I think I started last Monday. Almost finished season 2. There's 4 seasons. I'm watching 12 Monkeys. There's a movie which I don't remember seeing. I might have seen it in the 90s. I lost a lot of memory. A movie 12 Monkeys is also a series called 12 Monkeys. There's also a series called 12 Monkeys, which I'm binge watching. I'm gonna go eat something, watch a few more episodes, finish season 2. Tomorrow start season 3 after a movie. I feel better. So it didn't make sense that I felt how I felt, Logically, it didn't feel. But if I would have repressed it, it would not have been a solution. Right? So what did I do? And what am I doing? I started marching. So I'm going to go for a march. It's cold, -7 when I left. Now it's like -10. But I know it works for me. And now I already feel much better. Even joyous. Paradoxical, providential. Because I said, I admit it. I feel like this. I got these emotions. I got these desires which are unfulfilled. And I got struggles. And I got lusts. And I got cravings for a goddamn good neck rubbing massage. Which, well, you get upset, you get triggered, you don't get what you want. And I'm not the only one. There's millions now who have been feeling for years, if not decades, unfulfilled, repressed. Repression is not the answer. Channeling, sublimating is. When I say peace, brothers and sisters, peace. Say world peace advocate. But I recognize my own aggression in myself, my own aggression and my own darkness within me, and my own violence within me. And I understand it. And I did something about it these past years. I exercised, I trained, I worked out. And I am doing it now. Right? Many times I struggle with dark impulses, say, hey man, tempted. As I know the streets very well. Temptation. Street temptations. Right? All sorts of temptations. I struggled, suffered, read, wrote. Repressing is not going to make one better, ennoble it. Understanding, admitting, accepting, and then taking some action. To channel, sublimate. Sublimate and channel are the key words here. Via love and understanding. Because that's what I would have needed. Right? In my room of Sun Temple, My underground room house and temple. My rent being paid for February. My electricity bill being paid for February. Having food. Having food. Love and understanding. LOVE. Hard or soft. Rainbow love. That good love that I could goddamn feel it. Feel.